The Mac Prime released, Google introducing Gmail Blue, Nuance introduces VoiceAds, and oh wait, there wasn't actual news today because today is the news of April Fool's Day. Welcome to another edition of iWake. So today's show of iWake is all about April Fools. I didn't do a show yesterday because there wasn't a whole lot of news, and a lot of the news was starting to get wrapped up into this whole April Fool's Day thing. So today's show, I'm going to go through all of the big April Fool's Day jokes and things going on in the world. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back tomorrow for another edition of iWake with actual news. So here we go. This is April Fool's Day 2013. First off, TUAW ran a post about Runkeeper for iPad, the next revolution in running. This is where you slap an iPad to your chest and you run. So, and they show off the 9.7-inch iPad to do this. This is rather humorous, and yes, this is in the show notes with a link to a video of someone running with Runkeeper for iPad. Next up, iFixit has sent out a little email on the iFixit's orange teardown. Now this is of an orange, that, you know, a fruit orange, and this is rather humorous. We've been accused of favoriting one fruit over all others, according to this email. That's unjustified bias ends today. To show some appreciation towards other members of the fruit family, we decided to test out the accessibility, repairability, and end-of-life design of, that's right, the orange. And they go into all these really funny things, and definitely something worth checking out. The orange teardown. Next up, AgileBits, the makers of 1Password, has announced on their blog that 1Password for Mac is shaping up to be their greatest release ever, but it's being delayed, so indefinitely. So as it's April 1st today, 1Password for Mac has been delayed, so the Agile development team can refresh the WWDC page. This is a rather funny joke that WWDC sells out really fast. They have not posted when this is going to be for sale yet, so the entire development team of AgileBits is actively refreshing that page, and that's all they're doing, and all development work has stopped at that company. That's a rather awesome April Fool's Day joke, if I don't say so myself. Next up, Roku has introduced Roku Shades. These are sunglasses with displays built into them. Excuse me. So, Roku Shades. They look like normal sunglasses with the little Roku branding on it. And the Roku streaming shades is what they're called. It was designed for those on the go that want to watch TV. Comfortable silicone nose pads keep the lightweight frame securely in place on even the smallest featured faces. It includes plastic frames in tortoiseshell, mulberry, or onyx, up to 720p video, 802.11 ABGN, and Bluetooth 4. And there's also the XS shades. The Roku SS shades are on aluminum. And up to 1080p video. It adds 802.11n, 2.4 gigahertz, and 5 gigahertz, and also GSM Edge LTE connections. Data plans $50 a month for 50 gigabytes from the to-be-announced carriers. There's a accelerometer, a gyroscope, there's Roku games, and all sorts of things. So these shades, this is how much, right? $400 for Roku Shades, $500 for the XS. So with these shades, Roku leaves behind their previously very inexpensive Roku models, topping out at $99. So wonderful, wonderful prank there by Roku. Kind of Google Glass, but for Roku. And something that we'll be curious to see if that could be a real product in a few years. I think it could actually be a real product at some point. What is next up today? So Nuance has introduced VoiceAds, What are voice ads? Well, when you're dictating, you can have ads come up after you dictate, based on what you're talking about. So, kind of a weird thing there. Yeah, pretty cool there, at least. Not the most ingenious, but kind of interesting. Next up, Google has done a numerous different April Fool's Day jokes. First up, YouTube closing. Millions of videos later, YouTube reveals that the whole thing was actually one big contest for finding the world's best video. Now that the contest is over, best video nominees will be previewed in a 12-hour cycle for the next 2 years. So this was an 8-year competition. YouTube actually added these little trophies next to all videos that are eligible for this program, this contest, and this was just a really well executed April Fool's Day joke here. Next up, Gmail Blues. In a feat of massive re-engineering, the team at Gmail has provided users with an all-blue interface. Watch the stirring marketing video, and hey, just remember, Gmail itself was once thought to be an April Fool's joke. So, yeah, they did a marketing video about Gmail Blue, and it really was quite awesome. Next up, the Google Maps team has discovered the lost treasure maps of Captain William Kidd. It is asking users to help decode the symbology from the find. Next up, if you are tired of the way your home looks on Google Street View, the Google Australia team is happy to help. Their new simple complete house makeover internet conversion kit, SHMIC for short, will let you redecorate your home on Street View at no charge. Next up, this is a big one, smelling is believing. Those Street View cars were apparently hovering more than just stray Wi-Fi data. They were also recording the smells of the world for their Google's new Google Nose service in beta. The new service appears all day on the Google nav bars in case you want to sniff it out. Yeah, that's where this guy went there. And then analytics. Google Analytics, the long authoritative source for finding out who's coming to your site, has upped its game with accuracy enabling real-time tracking from visitors from the International Space Station. Google continues with their April Fool's Day. Google Plus gets a real plus in the new Emojicon service that lets you tag photos with ambiguous emojicons. Google Fiber Everywhere was something they pranked as well. And Google has also done a couple other things I'm not going to get into. But anyways, they were quite big with April Fool's Day this year. And let's see if there is anything else worth talking about. MuggleNet, a Harry Potter site, announced Harry Potter serials are now going to be available. The folks at Audiobus tweeted out that Logic Pro 10 is now available in the Mac App Store. And finally, the Mac Prime. Mac Pro is replaced with a Mac Prime. This is from Tidbits. And the Prime, it comes in, basically you're able to order the Prime in configurations of 5 to 17, where Prime numbers are the models. They've also done fractal processing, enabling faster computing power. They've sticked with the aluminum design, and it's 31% smaller than design than that comes from. It eliminates 2 built-in optical drive bays and reduces the number of hard drives in PCI Express cards from 4 to 3 each, because of course 3 is a prime number. And there's lots more to say here. So I'm not going to go into all of this, but it's rather funny and very well conceived April Fool's Day joke. So anyways, those were the ones that caught my eye from April 1st, 2013. And hopefully in the next edition of iWake, we'll have some real news. The sad thing about April Fool's Day, and the good thing at the same time, is that there is no actual news. Because if anyone announces news on April Fool's Day, it's not considered real. So there isn't much of any news on April 1st, which makes it kind of lame for news. So I hope you enjoyed today's edition of iWake. You can find the video version at youtube.com/tchaten. You can find the show notes at iWakePodcast.com, and you can find my book, iPod Evolution, at iPodEvolution.net. Thank you for watching or listening. Have a good day.